Welcome to Talking About It. I'm John Griffith.
I'm still Cara Kilduff.
And we got a really special returning guest.
Yeah, we do. It's Laura Spaeth. Hey, girl.
Hey,
Welcome.
how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Thanks for having me. I'm good.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen you.
I know. It's been since TGIF with Tom and Laura.
Yeah.
When we first, was that 2 years ago?
Yeah. It's,
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. He says hello. My other half.
I know. I'm going to see you guys soon.
Yeah. I know. You're coming on in November, right? Yes.
We're going to talk some trash and, you know.
We're having things removed from us as we speak.
This is live television.
This is live
This
television.
is magical.
Yeah.
I'm going to help out with that. Oh, there we go.
It looks like some Stromboli.
Someone's trying to be discreet.
was
Yeah.
magically removed from
Wow,
the
look at
table.
that. Wow, that's amazing how that happened.
How did that happen?
What happened? Anyway, you have a solo show.
I have a solo show.
What's it called?
It's called Barely Standing, My Life in Trouble. And it made its New York premiere last night at a beautiful private club called Norwood.
Oh, wow.
On 14th
It was sold
Street.
out.
It was sold out, and we would have had to put you on the floor. I mean,
I would have happily sat on the floor.
You would right before we were going on, I was like, it's a private club, and there's members RSVP, and I had people RSVPing, and I didn't know. Anyway, long story short, I was panicking. I was like, where are we gonna? My friend's like, this is a good problem to have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just going to say, it's,
I was
as
like,
far as show
but I'm
problems
Italian,
goes.
and I worry about everything. So
Of course
I was
you
like,
do.
Oh my God, what if people have? Oh my God, they can have the stage. I'll sit on the floor.
So wait, it's a solo show. It's just
It's
you.
a solo show. It's just me. It's 90 minutes of just me. It's a really fun show. It's my journey with healing, mind, body, spirit, but it's fun. It's not like a lecture. You know, it's kind of, I say my little tagline is, you know, a woman blows off Broadway to have this sort of eat, pray, love journey, but instead of India, Italy, and Bali, she goes to Queens. So that's
Yes,
my-
I remember.
It's the poor man's eat, pray, love journey.
I saw you had put something on Facebook a while back, and I saw that tag, and I just started cracking up. I'm like, I need to see this show.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah.
gonna be coming to check that out.
Yeah, but it was really fun, and I'm exhausted, but I'm grateful to be here, and it was really fun. Because as you know, when you do shows like that, especially, this show was first conceived in the living rooms of actors and artists.
Okay.
Seriously, salons. I'd make food, and
Because you're Italian.
because I'm Italian, half
what you
Italian,
do,
other
yeah.
half German, and I would invite people over my apartment, have fabulous meals, and force them to listen to my work, and other people's works too, not just my work. But it's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's a great way for artists to start. You know, because it's always like at 6 o'clock or 7. Everyone's starving, and you know, I'm Italian. I have to
Yeah.
cook a full meal. My grandfather used to say. He would go to the beach and bring a pot, like a spaghetti pot. I can't even speak, I'm so tired. A spaghetti pot and boil water on the beach because he said everybody should have a hot lunch. So.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And like last night during the show, I'm like, what if people are hungry? But thank God, the space that I performed, I was at the top floor, and the first floor is like a beautiful restaurant.
So you didn't have to worry
So I
about
didn't have
that.
to worry. I was like, everybody's going to have amazing food afterwards, should they so choose to eat there. But anyway, it was conceived from eating and drinking and having a good time. And then I did it this past summer at the Poconos Mountain Theater Company.
How was that?
Okay.
It was really good. It was at East Strasbourg, which is this gorgeous theater. And I was like, oh my God.
Was it one of those
Out of
old-timey theaters?
No, it was a theater at a university, which was
Okay.
a thrust. You know what
Yep.
a thrust is?
Yep.
Sort of in the round, but I don't know if people know what a thrust theater. Anyway, beautiful, huge, enormous theater. I'm like, oh my God, I'm never going to get an amazing space like this again. And then I got this gorgeous space at Norwood, which is smaller, but very beautiful.
Did you have a vision board for this?
For that specifically? No, but I do have a vision board, and I never look at
I know
it.
you do.
I'll put you on my vision board, girl.
So right
wanna
there,
say-
boom, with a bullseye on it.
She coming to my show, or else bullseye right to upside the head.
I'm so pissed that I didn't come last night, but you know
Because you
what?
could have had more questions, yo.
I know I could have had more questions and stuff, but you know I'm gonna check it out, and maybe I could like lure Jane Aquilina. Jane, come back to the city.
Yes,
Oh no, you better don't.
she will come. She will come. It's
I
going
miss
to.
her.
Ah, It's going to be again at the Pit on November 12th.
November 12th.
Which is a Sunday matinee, and November 15th, which is Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. And it should be up on the Pit Loft. There's the Pit, and then there's the Pit Loft. The Pit Loft is on 28th Street. And I'm sure it'll be up on their website fairly soon.
Wait, is that the Pit Loft? Is that the one that
It's on
where
the one on
the
28th
old
Street.
or their original space?
I don't know if it's their original space. I'm not affiliated with the Pit. Like, I never took classes there or anything like that. It's just basically
Theater
me
space.
using that as a space. I mean, it's
Gonna be great.
conventional space.
I can't
you know,
wait. What time? Oh, wait, you said matinee and then 7
matinee
o'clock.
and then a 7 o'clock
Okay.
evening performance on a Wednesday night. So you'll come to both, basically.
I'm gonna be at both shows.
You're being punished. No.
Oh, please.
It was really special last night. It was really hard because, as you know, in this business, a lot of times people think it's so like, oh my God, it's just so easy. Like, just whip it up, do it again. Not you, but other people.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, I didn't get to rehearse in the space really, you know, but I've done the show now a number of times when I did it out of town, so that I was familiar enough with. It's like I feel like I can almost take it anywhere.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, and I think it's got a lot of universal themes. It's about, you know, marriage, divorce, maybe affairs, maybe illness, maybe death.
Mental illness?
Not mental illness. Do I look mentally ill, girl?
Hey, no comment.
I love that there's Southern talk on this show. You don't participate in this silliness, the Southern talk. Occasionally,
Occasionally, it's just that.
Occasionally. Cara takes over that.
Exactly.
Well,
yeah.
it's what I do.
It's what you do.
But
Yeah.
also, I've known Laura for a really long time.
Really long time when we used
So-
to work at New York Comedy Club.
Yeah.
When it was.
But before that, ACI.
That's right. Were we in classes together?
I
there,
think we
American
were, yeah.
Comedy Institute.
Yeah.
Were we really?
I think so, yeah.
Maybe. Is that where I
It's
know
a
you?
long time, yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. Girl, and you still look good.
Well, you know, I'm a vampire and I drink baby's blood.
White don't crack neither.
This is a lot of spackling right here.
No, your skin. You look
Thank you.
exactly the same as the day I met you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I drink a
do.
lot of water. I stay out of the sun. I don't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah. What's your secret? Because
I
my
don't-
show is about healing, and it's funny. It's not like this is what you have to do, but it's all about the crazy stuff that I did.
Are you
to
still
find,
off the gluten and the this?
Yes, I do, but I occasionally I did cheat. I had one of your little treats.
Okay.
But
well,
I don't do that a lot. I don't do that often.
Well, that's why it's called a treat.
yeah, but it's rare for me to do that.
Yeah, but if you do eat that stuff now, does your body react like, whoa, what are you doing to us?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But I mean, I kind of know what I'm doing. I eat pretty, like yesterday when I was going to the theater, this may be really boring, but we had a big break in between, and of course, what did I do? I made a full lunch for me and my director, like a full lunch, like quinoa and like organic turkey sausage, like and tomatoes. It's just like
Because
she was
everyone
like,
should have a hot lunch.
Yeah, everyone should have a hot lunch. She's like, "Are you Italian?" There was like fresh basil in there because it's like, I don't want to go like to some place where I don't know and have crummy food, and I
Yeah.
can pay less money and eat healthier. And you know, everyone says that eat organic, that it's so expensive and
No,
blah, blah,
it is
blah.
not.
It's not. You know how expensive it is to get a Starbucks?
Yeah.
You know how expensive it is to even just go out and buy a cup of coffee every day? If you add that stuff up, you know how expensive it is to buy a microwave dinner? It's expensive. It's not cheap. I mean, some of it's cheap, I would imagine, but you know, what do you want to pay for? Do you want to pay for doctor bills, or do you want to pay $10 for a tomato?
Yeah, it all comes
make a
back. It all
choice.
comes back to you.
Yeah, and there are food co-ops you can join, and
You want to pay $10 for a tomato. I was at the Whole Foods last night.
yes,
The one in
the
House-
Whole Foods.
The Whole Foods, the whole paycheck. And I escaped with spending like $40, but because I bought real things to make something.
Yeah.
Instead of, you know, everyone complains that it's so expensive. Well, that's because you're buying all that pre-made stuff. You
Yeah.
don't know
Well,
what's in that.
I'm lucky enough to have space for a small garden, so in the summer I
You know what? Just
I heard
stop
about
it.
the garden.
Yeah.
That's
You and your
bragging.
garden.
have my green beans, I
Bragging.
have my tomatoes. Yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
Very few things in this world that I can brag. I mean, look at this. There's not much I can brag about
Listen,
here.
we go.
I grow
wait,
my tomatoes. I started jarring this year. I actually
I want to know
jarred.
how to do that because I've started stewing tomatoes, and I want to learn how to. Do I just put them in a jar and then so you have to have something
It's
special
it's
to seal
a
them?
water bath canner. So you submerge them underwater to seal them. And if you're going to jar them as opposed to freezing them, you need to add a little bit more acid.
Okay.
So otherwise the
This is
acidity
stuff I
level.
could look up online.
You can look up online. There are little courses
Okay.
all over the place. I took a canning course at the Queens County Farm Museum over the summer, and I took a little class. We made some pickles, and then I went home and I made the same recipe of pickles. And I had
Nice.
I accidentally planted all hot peppers this year instead of hot and sweet.
Oh my God.
So now I have like 10 jars
love
of
hot-
canned pickled peppers
my God.
at home. So I'm going to be burning from both ends for the rest
It's
of the
good
year.
if you have a garden. To
We're
do
gonna
that.
roll up on this man's house in the spring. We're gonna pick all his shit in the middle of the night. Then we're gonna do a home invasion and steal all his canned goods.
Oh my God. Do you have zucchini? Because I am on a zucchini craze.
You make the
Yes,
noodles,
actually,
don't
that's
you?
No, I don't make the noodles, but I have. But I like.
the pickles I made. They're not cucumber pickles. They're zucchini pickles.
Okay, I'm not a pickler. I don't like pickled things. I'm not a pickle girl. I can't believe. I thought we were talking about my show. How do we get on pickles?
right.
Cause you was Italian talking
I
about.
know.
Talking about food.
Well, food is part of the way you heal yourself. So.
Well, how many? Do we see different sides of your personality, or your
Oh, you see
all
about
the different
35 different
personas?
personalities. Yeah, you do. You do. I do about 30 characters, but they all pertain to the story. They're not just gratuitous. One is a little bit gratuitous. You will specific.
Am I gonna know which one it is?
Yeah, you will.
Okay.
You will. There's two that you'll really, really like. That are no, they pertain to the show, but they're on the slight side of gratuitous. But you like it. 'Cause
Can't wait.
That's the way you roll. But it's a fun show, and I'm so pleased that everyone's like, I identified with this, and there's moments in history that I talk about. John F. Kennedy Jr. and World Trade Center comes into it because it was that period of time in my life that I'm talking about where all those things sort of coincided.
How can people find out more about you?
They can find me on Instagram, Laura_Spaeth. S-P-A-E-T-H. Like space with a lisp. That's S-P-A-E-T-H. Oh, you're going to like my show. You're an easy audience. I forgot how cheap you was.
Yeah, you're not real easy. Shoot, I
Yeah.
laugh.
And also on Facebook, Laura Spaeth, S-P-A-E-T-H. And also lauraandspaeth.com. A-N-N-S-P-A-E-T-H. And every week I'm on B-Box.
Yeah,
TGIF
that's
with
right.
Tom and Laura from 12 to 2 every Friday.
You all over the place.
All over
In
the
a good way.
place.
But wait, so if you've been taking the show like you did
I did in the Poconos for
Poconos
5
and you're doing
performances.
here, so do you want to take it someplace else? Do you want to? What do you want to do
Well,
with it?
I'm just sort of in the development stages right now. I mean,
you're
not
having
re-
fun
I'm,
with
I'm
it.
more. I'm a little past development because I developed it in the Poconos. That was when I first did it. That was when I first done it. No. Now you're making me talk like you. So don't do this show, people, when you're tired. It's not good. But that was a New York premiere last night, and I have maybe a possibility to take it to a festival out of the country. I'm not sure.
Do it.
Oh, hopefully that will
Yeah,
happen.
if the opportunity arises, go for
So
it.
I'll do it.
Yeah, if you need to come back and pimp it out for Kickstarter or something, come back.
I'll come back.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and it
But
should-
have some merch.
I have some. I was gonna have. I was gonna make T-shirts.
What about coffee mugs?
I don't know. Maybe.
Keychains.
I'm so obsessed.
Sorry.
Here's my latest
haven't
obsession
seen you
is
in a
picking
while.
up trash.
What?
'Cause that's another.
Stop it!
Oh, I
You're
live in
a
story,
wacko!
I live in a story by the park, and I use the area down by the tree
no.
as like my rehearsal space because it was so pretty in the summer. I'm like, I'm gonna rehearse outside. I go down there, and there are plates. There is like fruit, like limes. Somebody made a fire, and I was like, what the heck's going on? And I'm picking up trash. I talked to the trash people today in the park. I'm like, are there cameras for these people? I'm like, you need to be taking all these
You're
people.
turning into that lady.
So I want to be the trash fairy. I want to I was thinking about writing the New York Times and but this city, seriously, they need revenue, right? Instead of giving people stupid tickets for things, $500 fines for every idiot that throws. I love the Astoria waterfront is gorgeous. For anyone who lives in Queens, it really is stunning. And it gets my goat and you go out, you go you jump over the thing over the waterfront, and there's garbage can. It's like, it's not that hard.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No.
It drives me crazy when people just drop something on the ground 10 feet from
Yeah.
a garbage can, and I just want to pick it up and throw
Yeah.
it at them.
And people are like, oh, this is, homeless people. I'm like, no, homeless people don't drink Corona and limes. You know what I mean? These are some upper or middle class, I don't know,
Just blame it on the millennials.
they're having fancy fruit here. This is not, poor people.
No.
They made a bonfire. I can't even believe I'm talking about this.
You know what? You are. Do you remember that Sherry O'Terry character on SNL?
Yes.
You see this? It's mine. That's gonna
Yeah.
be you.
It is
But
me.
taller.
What do you mean going to be? Is.
I know.
Is.
But I love this about you
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you say that this stuff comes flying out of your mouth. I'm like, oh my god.
Of course I live in Greece, Astoria, Queens. And there's a rock that I go out on to meditate. It's kind of dangerous because it's at low tide, you can walk out there
Oh,
and sit on the
Jesus.
rocks, and literally, like, the waves come, and like it's dangerous because there's like rats and different things. And one day I came back from my hike on the river, and I go over the fence, and I see this guy. He says, "Let me tell you something. Check this out." He goes, "There was this guy in the UPS truck. He thought you were going to jump in the water." But I say, "No, I know this girl. She's not suicidal. She's romantic." And he's totally right, because he saw me like meditating and praying, and then he's like, "I see you all the time like a mermaid out there." I was like, "Thank you, sir." But the guy was really concerned that I was going to jump, because it's a little, I don't do it that much anymore because it's
Yeah.
a little scary, because it's like these slippery rocks.
Yeah.
And the ships come by. I don't know, have you been to Astoria Park, either of you guys?
No.
These
No.
ships
But now I
come
wanna
by, and when
go.
they splash, it's like hardcore.
Serious wake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I used to, you can still, it's like a beach, but you can really go out on this sort of jetty, and it juts out into like sort of the middle of the East River. But if, God forbid, a wave comes and you slip, it's Hellgate water. It's
It's heavy current.
Then no more funny
current.
show.
Then no more funny show for this girl.
No more.
He's dead in the ground,
Floating in water.
floating in water.
Like
in
bloated
Astoria.
piece of organic turkey
Like
sausage.
bloated rat in water.
Oy vey.
But that's why there's so many rats, because everybody litters.
I love
It's
rats
a feast.
now.
I know. You love rats. I love them too because of you. But the city rats are like tough. But so now let me ask you a question, because I'm an interviewer also.
Go ahead.
When you see the city rats, do you have a little affinity? Because now
I
you understand.
do.
See, I knew that.
I saw one today. I was watching him, and I was like, "Oh, that's a young one. Oh, it's a baby." And
Yeah. And
listen,
they're very smart.
I'm not going to be some nut job that's going to think I'm going to rehabilitate a subway rat, because no,
You're not. A
No.
subway rat is feral.
no, those things, their lifespan is 6 months.
Really?
Yep,
Oh
6
my
months.
God. Now, what makes their lifespan so short? Just because they're exposed to the elements?
It's a hard city.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I never see a dead rat.
I mean,
It feels like they survive through thick and thin, like a
Well.
cockroach.
well, or Cher, but
Yeah.
no, I love Cher. I shouldn't say that. I love her. I'm sorry.
So you think that the New York City rodents are really hardcore?
Yeah, it's a rough life. That's why it's sick. Boom.
Yeah.
Any New York City resident, do you think the rats are any different?
Yeah. That's true. I had an agent that used to have 3 rats. I think that's 3 white rats, and she used to make Santa Claus hats for them. And one year she sent me a picture of the rats in their hats, like tiny hats, and they were all, she's like, "Oh, Laura, they don't like their Santa Claus hats." It's like, I wonder why.
I got a rat calendar on the road in Pittsburgh. Yep. It was a Pittsburgh Rat Lovers Club or something, and they sent me this calendar, and I put it up in every dressing room.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So are you a real rat lover now, or are you?
Yeah. I love my boys.
Aw. Are they still with you?
Yeah, I kept them.
You did.
Yeah.
And how long will they live? 2 years? I'm sorry. I'm serious.
Well, they don't live a long time. So my older one, he's going to be 2 in December, I think December 13th. And then his little brother, his birthday is April 23rd. So
Okay.
he's not a year yet. So we
I
still
have a
some
friend
time.
who breeds mice, but he breeds them.
Are they feeders?
They're beautiful.
Oh,
he
so they're
breeds.
not.
He's a geneticist, so he breeds them for large ears, big ears, and he breeds them for certain coats,
Oh,
like
wow.
sable-looking coats.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're stunning.
Oh,
and
wow.
he photographs them with. He gets them so
Santa Claus
calm.
hats?
Not Santa Claus hats. He photographs them. He did a show with petal flowers and mice, and it sounds crazy, but it was so beautiful. And he breeds them for temperament, for like being very calm, so he can
Okay.
touch them and like pose them with flowers, and they'll be with their big, huge ears. Some of them are speckled. He breeds them for color and stuff like that. I know about this just because of him. There's a whole rat fancy world.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a whole mice world.
Oh, yeah.
It's underground.
I had some woman from a rat magazine come and interview me in San Francisco.
And was she like a crazy? Did she look like a rat?
She was a little nuts.
She was a little nuts.
A little nuts.
Yeah.
You know how there's dog shows and dog people?
Yeah.
Dog people are nuts too.
She was a rat person.
She was a little ratty.
But you know what? My Zeus's breeder, I still talk to her, and she's been a fantastic resource. Like she's so great, and yeah.
Now, they like to be handheld and stuff?
Oh my
like
God,
that?
they gotta be snuggled.
No. See, I have a little rat fantasy.
Uh-oh.
I do kind of like them, like not the hardcore city rats, but
No, I'll show you pictures after when it's
Yeah.
done. Oh yeah, they like to snuggle. And they grab my hand and like lick my hand, give kisses. Like I love you, Mom.
yeah, and they're very smart, right?
Oh, they're so smart. So smart.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
So smart. He slept in his litter box.
Oh my God, that's not very smart.
That's nasty.
That's nasty.
See, this is why I sit here and just observe, because I
Sorry.
just sit here and laugh while you're all.
I haven't. I've known her forever. I haven't seen her in a year, so
I know. It feels like
Sorry.
you just left. I remember when you were leaving.
yeah.
Yeah. And now you're
Boom.
back.
That's
Bam.
right. Like
Millions
herpes.
of dollars from your tour. So what did you do while she was gone?
Rotating
Suffer?
guest hosts.
Okay.
Your co-host sat in a couple of times.
Okay.
And I went
didn't
solo
have
a
me,
couple
I
times.
noticed. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. For good reason.
Well, you're tough to book. You're
I'm
so
a face
busy.
for radio.
You're tough to book. You're so busy.
Shut the front door.
So you had guest co-hosts.
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah,
Nice.
we're here once a month, so it's
Renee, you're in big trouble.
It's easier to deal with.
so circling back to your show,
My show,
which is running.
November 12th,
What's the title again?
Barely Standing, My Life in Trouble. And it's running November 12th at the Pit Loft at 3 p.m. That's a Sunday matinee show. It's a 90-minute show.
Okay.
85 to 90 minutes, give or take a few minutes. And November 15th, which is a Wednesday night at 7 p.m.,
Okay.
also at the Pit Loft. And the information should be up on their website shortly.
I'll be at both
Okay.
shows.
You'll be at every show.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
And you can
since the
follow
internet,
me.
yeah, the internet is forever. So as new dates come up, they can
Yes.
follow you at.
They can follow me at Laura Ann Spaeth, SPAETH.com, or on Facebook. Friend me on Facebook,
Okay.
SPAETH, and say how you heard about me, and I'll go okay.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
Yeah, because she's choosy.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
choosy. I used to not be choosy, and then I got a lot of weird people. I was like,
Yeah.
I need to get choosy now.
I totally get it, but I want to thank you again for taking the
Thank
time
you
out of your
so
schedule.
much
Yeah,
for
thank
having
you
me.
for
Yeah.
coming.
And for waking me up.
and have some great shows, and
Thank you.
Yeah.
And you're invited as well.
Break
thank
legs.
you very much.
I
Yes.
will break both my legs.
Break legs.
So I'm John Griffith.
Cara Kilduff.
Check out Laura's show, and we will see you again next time.
Renee, jerk.
Thank you.